Oh, yeah! Very good. Okay, very good.
Good morning and welcome to episode 1730 of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, June 12th, 2025. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Patreon.com/Hard Factor if you need more Hard Factor. Today, Mark is up first. What do you got, Mark?
Well, some Costco stuff. As you can see, I'm wearing my Costco sweatshirt that I paid for, so it's a free ad for them, and they think real low of me. So I don't know how stupid am I?
Wow, it is a nice sweatshirt, though.
Yeah, you guys will probably get it for free with a new perk.
Hopefully,
we will. Yeah,
I paid half a year's membership for it, and then of course I have the biggest threat in the history of the world directly from Tulsi Gabbard. She's got some news for us.
Oh no.
Yeah.
At least it's Tulsi delivering it, if
it's true.
The biggest threat ever.
She's got a semi-new look that I'm going to make fun of.
Okay. She's not in the white power suit anymore.
She cut her hair.
It's hair related. I think it's not new, but it's pronounced.
She lost the rogue haircut.
No, it's even more rogue. She looks
wow.
like she was struck by lightning.
She looks like a hairdresser.
She looks like she wants to play Storm, not Rogue, and
like a skunk.
I feel like Storm or Rogue, one of the two.
Yeah.
An X-Men.
I mean, I like that. It's slutty,
It is a little slutty.
Yeah, it is slutty.
Yeah, a little flare in the hair.
She's a little slut now.
Hey, Wes.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you're on deck.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I got a classic Kentucky menace that is he is just a menace to the town he lives in. And then I've got a story out of China involving banks and the way they're luring customers in to the banks. And it's ridiculous.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. But the Chinese have some really aggressive sales tactics.
They just black hood you and take you straight to the bank.
Yeah. Well, I mean, most of the businesses belong to the government, so I mean, they can do whatever they want, probably, right? I mean, it's like,
well, there are some regulatory issues that are happening, but yeah, I mean, they have a say in everything. It sounds like so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of how it works. Like when you're, it's just that's the rules over there. And then I'm going last today. I've got some very spicy European politics, very closely related to the orgasmic meditation that I went over yesterday. But this is adjacent to that in the European politics space. So.
Shit, I forgot to look at that documentary last night.
Oh, don't worry, I watched it. I got an update on you.
Okay.
You're gonna want to watch it.
Yeah.
Real quick. Next trivia at patreon.com/hard factor is next Friday night, June 20th, 9 p.m. Eastern. Join us. It's very fun. Also, a couple big ones we aren't going to cover. RIP to Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys.
Yeah, I had that written at the top of mine too. He's the architect
you do.
of pop.
Yeah.
RIP.
Legendary musician, a poet, they say. Inflation staying pretty low. That's good. LA curfew is in effect after looting, and I don't know. And then
the No Kings protests are up too, related to the curfew. There's like 150 scheduled for this weekend.
Yeah, which is they're funded in part by one of the Waltons. It's very confusing what's going on.
Well, you can get your megaphones from Walmart.
Right.
Or just wait for them to hand out masks so you can loot and destroy without danger of getting tear gas in your face.
True, because that's probably that's true.
That's what they're doing. They're handing out masks.
Well, they are also tear gassing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, it's good for the walls.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be good for everybody who's hyping it up. But stay cool out there. Let's not have people die on the streets. That'd be great. But that's just that's the big ones.
Yeah. Also, stop tearing apart families. I've lived here for 30 years. Let's get into the news. So the architect of class systems, Costco, who sent everyone an email today confirming what Wes talked about for executive members today. Yeah, hey, guess what? You get all these perks. You get to go an hour early. You get a free Costco sweatshirt. You get to laugh at the Gold Star members. Put it right in the
Yeah, you
email
do.
for you. Showed off the new design for their executive card. Yeah, by the way, I didn't get that email, Costco. Maybe it's because they assumed as a Gold Star member, my email is mbizzle69@hotmail.com. It's not.
Yeah, they
I
didn't
guess
send
the
it
email
to
to
you,
even
huh?
ask. If
Well,
I
they didn't
want
want to start a riot, you know.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we talked about we joked about what if they changed the gas pump hours for the executives, and I was like, that would start a riot. Like, you know.
Well, they are toying with the idea of extending the gas pump hours, because it is annoying when you are on a road trip and you see a Costco, but it's not open yet, but you need gas, the best gas in town, and you can't go there because it's not.
You got to
open.
go 24/7 with those gas
Yeah,
stations.
you
There's
really
too
do.
much traffic.
Mhm.
The line
What if they
spills
went-
into the street. In
What if
Reno.
they
It's
went
crazy.
23/7 for Gold Stars and 24/7?
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Yeah,
Give us
that'd
the
be
5 to 6 a.m. window. That'd be perfect.
the best.
Fuck you guys. Well, they're being sued, guys, probably by a Gold Star member.
Oh yeah, I
a
mean, you
woman-
heard one talking yesterday about how he was going to sue him. It's
Well,
definitely a Gold Star member.
This one, maybe it's because of this whole thing, but a California woman is suing Costco for more than $15 million after a display cabinet fell on top of her. You know what probably happened? It was probably on a high shelf, right? And she was probably asking for help, and they're like, "Not for you, loser."
Yeah.
Obviously, the executive members, they'll bring out the ladder and they'll do it themselves. But she probably
Right.
tried to scale the shelf to get the item, and it fell on her.
Yeah, she's probably trying to like look through the drawers to see if anyone left anything in there.
Yeah. Like
It's sad for
under
her
her
if she
phone
did.
for a quarter.
Yeah, if she tried to scale the shelves, this is going to get tossed out. But hopefully, for her sake, it's not that. If she's alive to make the lawsuit, I'm assuming. So that's
She had serious injuries, but she's very alive. Yeah. So apparently, this woman in Santa Rosa, California, on March 22nd, a heavy liquor cabinet display fell on her without warning.
Oh, so she was looking for liquor in the liquor cabinet. That's what happened.
Yeah, I guess I thought the liquor was in the adjacent store. I didn't even think
Well,
this.
no. It depends on your Costco. It depends on
Okay.
your Costco.
Well, she saw the liquor cabinet, was like, I know what's in there. And being a Gold Star member, she probably needed a nip, and
Right.
was looking for some liquor in there, and it fell on top of her.
Yeah. Well,
Damn it, the bottles fell. I mean, it must have been amazing to watch.
she might have
Yes.
dove to save one. Well, she has brain injuries apparently. She's
Oh
got-
no, sad.
That's sad. Multiple permanent and catastrophic injuries. This is according to her lawyer.
Right.
Head
of course,
and
yeah.
brain injury.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'd like to get a look at her in court to see how
Well,
bad it
before and
really
after.
was. I mean, did she really get pummeled to nearly death by these liquor bottles?
She claims she caught the cabinet as it was falling on top of her and pushed it back, but that it hit her
Did
in the
that
head.
give-
It hit her in the head and chest.
Yeah, it
That
says
gave
they
her-
were buying a liquor cabinet when the floor model fell on top of her.
Yeah. Like in a comic.
She caught the cabinet and pushed it back, but she still has brain injury.
Yeah, I think it hit her in the head, but she was able to push it back and then talk to the
What is
lawyer.
she,
and-
Hercules?
Well, you know when you get in a car accident and you might be okay, but then all of a sudden you have serious back injuries.
I think I know what happened. I think her husband was testing the strength of what happens when he pushes her into the liquor cabinet,
right.
like most nights, and
Right.
then it just fell on top of her.
Right.
Like, we need to make sure this can handle my abuse.
Well, this
How
killer
sturdy is this thing?
and now are the injuries going to be viewable to the public?
Yeah,
Oh man.
No, I
This
mean, I
is
hope
a-
she doesn't
that's
have
a
brain
tough
injury.
one.
It's
of
tough.
course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. That for sure. It sounds frivolous on the surface, not gonna lie. But yeah, hopefully she's okay.
Costco said no matter what happens to the lawsuit, she's still not allowed in at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Unless she upgrades.
Yeah. Fuck. All right. And if you think a liquor cabinet falling on your head is scary, check out what Tulsi Gabbard, again, who looks like she was struck by lightning. She looks like she's at Hollywood yelling at them to cast her in the X-Men. I don't know. She looks like an admiral for the Empire. I've been watching a lot of Star Wars. She could slot right into that role. Here she is.
Yeah.
This is a long clip, but it's very informative. It's a PSA. Everyone needs to listen to what she has to say. It's something you probably were not aware of and you need to be aware of it. Okay, so
Okay.
bear with me for 3 minutes.
Visited Hiroshima in Japan and stood at the epicenter of a city that remains scarred by the unimaginable horror caused by a single nuclear bomb dropped in 1945, 80 years ago.
She just found out about this.
It's hard for me to find the
Apparently.
words to express what I saw, the stories that I heard, the haunting sadness that still remains. This is an experience that will stay with me forever. This attack obliterated the city, killed over 300,000 people, many dying instantly while others died from severe burns, injuries, radiation sickness, and cancer that set in the following months and years. Nagasaki suffered the same fate. Homes, schools, families, all gone in a flash. The survivors, the hibokusha, they carried the pain of extreme burns, radiation sickness, and loss for decades.
This is a
Survivors
highly
of this
produced
attack
clip, by
were
the way.
asked to put in paintings and drawings their own memories and how they felt and what they saw, and
They told her about that. hair
those
on her forehead.
paintings and the suffering that they conveyed, the pain and the sense of loss were almost more powerful than the photos themselves.
It was almost
Yet
worse
this
than the
one
bomb.
bomb that caused so much destruction in Hiroshima was tiny compared to today's nuclear bombs. The bomb that was dropped on Hiroshima had a yield of just 15 kilotons of TNT, whereas today's nuclear warheads range in size from 100 kilotons to over 1 megaton. A single nuclear weapon today could kill millions in just minutes.
Music.
Just
Oh, there
one
goes
of
the
these
Golden Gate
nuclear
Bridge.
bombs would vaporize everything at its core. People, buildings, life
Oh no,
itself.
San Francisco's gone.
The shockwave would crush structures
Yeah, why
miles
don't you
away,
use their-
killing and maiming countless people. And then comes the fallout. Radioactive poison spreading through the air, water, and soil, condemning survivors to agonizing deaths or lifelong suffering. A nuclear winter could follow, with smoke and ash completely blocking the sun, plunging the world into darkness and cold, killing crops and starving billions. Acid rain would scar the earth, wiping out entire ecosystems. This isn't some made-up science fiction story. This is the reality of what's at stake, what we are facing now. Because as we stand here today, closer to the brink of nuclear annihilation than ever before, political elite and warmongers are carelessly fomenting fear and tensions between nuclear
Like I am now.
powers. Perhaps it's
Yeah, you get
because
the
they are
point. She ends
confident.
with, we can't have a nuclear war. That's the whole point in this 3-minute clip.
with
that costs-
Iran.
It costs
right?
like
I mean-
$200 million to make. She had the best cameras in the business. And that she literally just posted this to her Twitter today, and wants everyone to
'Cause
know
of-
that nukes are bad.
because of the Iran stuff.
Yeah, but who the fuck in Iran's gonna watch that and give a flying fuck? The only people watching that are Americans being like, okay, Tulsi, no shit.
Yeah, learned that
Yeah.
in 8th grade.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
fucking shit. Like, what do you think? Putin's watching that and he's like, oh my God. You're kidding.
No, they're just drumming up the anti-Iran, anti-nuclear, other people with nukes
Yeah.
stuff.
Maybe Kim Jong-un's son, because we know Kim Jong-un can't shoot a missile further than like 5 feet. Maybe Kim Jong-un's son's watching this and he's like, I'll change North Korea's ways, Tulsi.
No, definitely not. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Spent a ton of money on that to let us know that nukes are bad. So there you
Yeah,
go.
learned nothing.
Yeah.
Nukes are bad, y'all.
Nukes are bad.
Nukes are real bad, y'all. It's for real. They are
Yeah. So now you know. You're welcome.
a
Don't
megaton.
nuke people, guys. You're welcome.
That's not good. And also, it's funny how the video starts about us nuking
Yeah.
2 cities.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, the only people that deployed nuclear weapons.
Yep.
Right. So, of all the people, we do know how devastating they are. Us in Japan, the most.
I went to Hiroshima and it sucked.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, good points. But yeah, I think it's just drumming up the like, because there's all Iran's building a bomb, a nuke. Putin's got 1 billion nukes, whatever. They're just,
Yeah. We
whatever,
all know
North
everyone's
Korea,
got nukes. That was just a weird video, in my opinion, but it's true.
Bangladesh. People are all
Nukes are
India,
bad.
Pakistan, all that.
Pakistan.
Nukes are bad. Okay. You know what's good? True Classics.
Oh yeah,
See
way
you
better
guys-
than nukes.
See you guys in True Classics.
The opposite.
Looking good.
of nukes.
Yeah.
I mean, as powerful, but
Well,
much
yeah,
more
yeah.
comfortable.
That lets off an explosion in a woman's crotch when she sees it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's dangerous.
It is. Yeah. Acid rain. Anyways, we know about True Classics. And at True Classic, the mission goes beyond fit and fabric. It's about helping guys show up with confidence and purpose, like you gentlemen today. Their gear fits right, feels amazing, and is priced so guys everywhere can step into confidence without stepping out of their budget. You hear that, Costco? But what really sets them apart, it's not just the fit or the fabric, it's the intention behind everything they do. True Classic was built to make an impact, whether it's helping men show up better in their daily lives, giving back to undeserved communities, or making people laugh with ads that don't take themselves too seriously. They lead with purpose. And we've been rocking True Classics, two of us before they even sent them to us, but we asked to work with them before because we saw the ads and we were like, damn, those bigger guys don't look that big and they look damn good. And
They fit as good as the ads tell you they do. That's the best part.
And that's why I wanted to work with them. It happened. We've been working with them. They keep sending us incredible clothing, and we fucking love True Classic. So I would go check them out. You can grab them at Costco and at Target. I might join Sam's Club. I don't know if they have them there. You can probably get hepatitis at Sam's Club. I don't know about True Classics, but Target, Costco. You can also go to trueclassic.com/hard factor and get hooked up today. Trueclassic.com/hard factor.
Let's talk about another fabulous sponsor of the show. That's Cash App. We are huge fans of Cash App. I especially am a huge fan of Cash App. Use it to do the hardcore or the Hard Factor lottery. Go to patreon.com/hard factor if you want to win millions of dollars with us there, and you can send in your money to be part of that through Cash App. That's what I use. Why? Because it's easy. Because it's convenient, because I can easily withdraw the money right to my bank, no high fees. I can get it instantly if I want to, and it's perfect. It is the perfect money app. I also love it because of the Cash App card. Like I said, I send my son anywhere with this Cash App card. I know exactly what he's spending money on. I can reload it. I can limit his spending. It's not like giving him my debit card that connects to all my money. No, he's got a limit on that thing, and I set it. I'm the king of him with my Cash App card.
Whew.
Yeah.
Hour.
Yeah. And I like that. I like that.
Damn.
I actually just reordered one, customize it a little bit. You can go in there and customize it, make it look cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's really impressive. You pull out that cool customized Cash App card on a date, they don't know what you're working with. They just know that it's special. They'll probably blow you just to find out. They're like, well, he's got something going on with that card. So I better blow them before
It's
then
so
you can
customized.
Yeah, you can give one to them and limit them too.
Yeah, and I know you guys now are on Cash App, and if you aren't, what the hell's wrong with you?
Right,
because it's the best. Anyway, I highly recommend it, and for a limited time only, new Cash App users can use our exclusive code to earn some additional cash. For real, there's no catch. Just download Cash App and sign up. Use our exclusive referral code Hard Factor in your profile. Send $5 to a friend, and within 14 days you'll get $10 right into your account. That's do the math, free $5 for you, and then your friend can do it
$5 for them.
Yeah, they just got $5 for nothing, and then you got $5 for nothing. That's money. Terms do apply, but that's money, and that's Cash App. Brilliant. Best app out there. All right, guys, I want to introduce you to the definition of a town menace. This guy, that is 40-year-old Jonathan Mason of Murray, Kentucky, and he is a handful for local police.
He looks so likable though with this.
He is, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Mark, you're gonna fall even more in love with him as I go along.
I love this little mischievous bastard. Yeah,
me too. He's got some faults that I'll tell you about, but for the most part, very, very lovable.
I mean, he's got the smile that says I'm a friend, but then he's got all the cuts on his face that says I'm a fucking menace.
He's a menace. He is a menace, but mainly just the police.
And should I not have done that?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
You know I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Now, he prefers to bring animals into his escapades. And before I tell you about his most recent shenanigans, let me tell you about something he did 6 months ago with his mule. Okay. This is from the WHAS 11 article by Sarah Bolgan. Back in December of 2024, the police department responded to a local bar after a quote unruly individual, which is just exactly how you would describe Jonathan, late at night, who was asked to leave and was refusing to do so. Okay, so he's at the bar.
It's one of his tricks.
Doesn't want to leave.
Yeah,
per usual.
No.
Yeah. When officers
I was
arrived,
gonna start fucking my mule in the bar.
Yeah.
when,
You can't tell a guy with a mule to leave a bar.
no, it's. I mean, if you're on a mule, well, here's the best thing about it is he had ridden the mule to get to the bar, and
That's awesome.
and so when he came out,
That's
when the
thinking
officers,
ahead.
yeah, exactly. I mean, you have to get hammered drunk if you ride a mule to a bar. That will get you in the mood like nothing else.
Right, but
If
would
I
you
get on a
rather
mule,
drive a car? Like
first thing I want is
Yeah.
a cold beer if I'm sitting on a mule.
It's still unfortunately a DUI in most states to ride a horse or a mule.
yeah, or
drunk,
bike and all that
unfortunately.
bullshit.
well,
Anyway,
yeah, from the pencil pushers, but I mean, I think that's pretty smooth.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
not disagreeing with that.
Yeah.
when the cops arrived, Jonathan got on the mule and was refusing to stop. He's like, I'm just gonna go home. I'm gonna get on my mule and not bother anybody. I'm gonna go home. Is that all right? And the officer's like, no, you've already caused enough trouble. So witnesses told investigators that they say they saw Mason was at a different establishment and he was whipping the mule an unnecessary amount of times, in addition to mistreating the animal in other ways. Now, I don't really believe this. I think that.
What would you rather it be his wife? Again, the thinking ahead.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
car.
Look, I think when you got a mule, a whip is like a love tap amongst bros. Like, hey, you ready to go to the next bar? Whoosh. You know what I'm saying? Like, here we go.
How it knows to go home.
Yeah, exactly. So as a result, he was arrested. The mule was taken away from him, and Mason was charged with disorderly conduct, 2nd degree. I mean, he's just looking out for society. He's like, I better not drive, better take the mule. That way I don't hurt anybody, right? He was also charged with criminal trespassing, resisting arrest, and cruelty to animals. And just 2 days after that 2024 incident, he was arrested again for attempting to flee police on the same mule, riding down the roadway, hammered drunk. And he was again charged with fleeing or evading police, cruelty to animals. I guess if you ride a mule in the street, it's automatically cruelty to animals, because I don't know. It's like,
right, because like you have them on the asphalt.
yeah.
I guess
a mule. How big is a mule? I feel like an adult riding a mule for too long.
It's in between a donkey and a horse.
yeah, it's like a little smaller than a horse.
It's a mix between a donkey and a horse.
So like, he's not getting DUIs. So I guess you can drive him drunk. Ride him
Pepper
drunk.
says not in Florida and Texas it's legal. So what state was he in? West? Some states it sounds
Kentucky.
like okay.
Yeah, using
Oh,
Kentucky.
wow.
I'm surprised it's not
Gotta
legal.
look
in
up
Kentucky.
where is riding a horse drunk illegal.
Yeah.
I'm not living in a state where it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I love them, except for the mule abuse, which if it's just riding on the road, whatever. I mean, a mule is probably having a time of his life, being honked at by cars on the road. But anyway,
how fast do mules go? This was a slow speed chase, huh?
Yeah, I think it was just a slow walk. I don't think
we'll lose them in the path.
I don't know if mules get up to a gallop like horses do,
Yeah.
but I mean, I'm sure they can get up to some speed.
You got to get off road with the mule. The advantage is like in the woods and the
Right.
paths.
Exactly.
It depends on the state. It looks like Amish states, it's illegal a lot of times because they bust the Amish being drunk on the horses all the time.
Well, that's because they are cars in Amish states.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the DUI.
Yeah.
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 If they were legal there would be no DUIs.
Yeah. So anyway, this most recent incident, I guess after that second incident of him trying to evade police on the mule got taken away. So he had to find another forest creature to get in trouble with. And Jonathan chose perhaps the most mischievous partner in crime that the animal world can offer, the raccoon. Okay. So with his new buddy,
this guy's got skills, dude. He can get a mule to take him home.
Mm-hmm.
He's friends with raccoons.
Yeah. He's like, what's that mythical character that lives in the woods with the animals?
Yeah,
I forget. Anyway,
Santa Claus.
Yeah, something like that.
Or
so
Squirrel Master from House of Vegas.
So with his Snow White, I guess is what I'm looking for. So with his new buddy, Jonathan decided he was going to cause a fucking scene at a local business. And because they took his four-legged transportation away, he turned to a more dangerous form of transportation for drunks, his car. So here's what he did. From the Murray Police Department on June 6th, around 9:18 p.m., the Murray Police Department received a call that an individual had intentionally released a raccoon inside a business and then had fled the scene. So
That's a good distraction.
yeah. So
That's a great distraction.
Yeah. So Jonathan was like, "Okay, buddy, you know what to do. Now get in there and start some shit."
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, I mean, if you release a raccoon into business, you think you'd stick around to see what would happen.
Buy me some time.
Yeah. You cause a diversion.
Yeah, is he like the Joker? He's just like seeding chaos. Like he
he
walks
is.
away after that.
He is. He's like, go in there and wreak some havoc.
Well, listen, they busted him twice in the mule. This raccoon car thing is they cried wolf too many times. It's I'll show you. I'll just get the car.
That's right. They shouldn't have kept him with the mule. Then he would have had a mule and a raccoon.
It's surprising because you can get a DUI on a horse in Kentucky. There are 23 states where you cannot get a DUI on a horse. Texas is one of them. Florida, you can in some situations, apparently.
23 states.
Oh.
You can learn more at horserookie.com/can you get a DUI on a horse.
I'm from out of town and I rented a horse. I didn't know, officer.
So the cops, they found him
Thought it
down the
would
road.
save me.
They did his traffic stop. They he refused to roll down his windows and exit the vehicle, so they had to remove him. And
They're lucky he didn't have another raccoon in the car.
Yeah, well, they are, because it was learned later that the raccoon that he released into the business attacked and bit a person inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You're running. Is it rabid too? I mean, because you're running all kinds of risks when you pull a random raccoon into a store.
Yeah. And it was also later learned that Jonathan had been warned that he was not allowed on the property of that particular business. So it's just a classic revenge plot with a raccoon.
That's a revenge
Most
prank.
businesses for him. Yeah.
Tell me I can't come in your business. I release a raccoon inside.
How you like that fucking raccoon, buddy?
Yeah.
Like that goes without saying in his town.
So he was again arrested. He was charged with assault, the second-degree criminal trespassing, resisting arrest, failure to own a required insurance, because of course he didn't have insurance.
Oh, you kidding? He doesn't have insurance for himself.
He's riding the
No
mule
insurance.
everywhere. Yeah. So
He doesn't have car insurance, health insurance.
there he
home
is in
insurance.
Callaway County Jail, just being like, "Oh shucks, I did it again, didn't I?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah. It's amazing.
He's the best.
Kentucky's white broncages. Yeah.
All right, let's go to China. You guys know how sometimes banks over here that will try to get your business, they'll promise you like a free $500 if you open a checking account, but you gotta deposit like $100,000 in the first 3 days or something like something that I've never met in my entire life.
Minimum of 10 grand.
Yeah.
Usually 30 grand. Yeah.
It's like what for $500? Yeah, it's an insane.
If I had that money, I wouldn't need your 500.
Yeah, and you got to keep it in there for like a
I would
year.
invest in something much smarter.
Yeah, well, they do the same thing over in China. And apparently, as the Guardian article by Julia Colloway explains, interest rates and profit margins are disappearing for banks and lenders over there. And there's stiff competition among banks to gain new customers in the land of female power lifters. So banks are getting pretty desperate, quite frankly, insulting when it comes to attracting new deposits. Have you guys ever seen one of these things? These Mogwai looking these things?
Yeah, that looks evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they love that over in Asia. Like it's like an animal with a giant head with huge eyes. Like they got them. Like a Chinese. That's like the Chinese version. Japan's got them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look how evil they look right there. They're like little minions, but they're called Labubu dolls, and Chinese people fucking love them. Yeah. They're kind of like the Beanie Baby craze over here.
Okay.
Asia loves a good like animal adjacent, toy.
Yeah.
The Tamagotchi, the Hello Kitty.
They do. Anyway, they went viral when I guess this K-pop band, Blackpink singer was photographed. And
is that Lisa for who was in the White Lotus?
It's Lisa. Yeah.
We talked about her.
Oh, she loves these too. Okay.
Yeah.
Lisa's the shit. Yeah.
And so the toy is part of Chinese toy maker Pop Mart's The Monsters collection. and they've just gone crazy. You got long lines waiting for them in Bangkok, London, Singapore, Los Angeles. Everyone wants one. So I guess the banks are luring idiots to open accounts with the promise of receiving one of these Labubu dolls as a gift.
Smart.
Yeah. The most recent promotion was offering a Labubu doll in the Shenzhen-based Ping An Bank if you deposited 5,162 I guess euros, 50,000 yuan for the first 3 months, and then you get a Labubu doll. So people were just like, I'm gonna go fucking get a Labubu doll. I'm gonna deposit all the money I have with a terrible return. That's on
awesome.
It. Yeah. But China didn't like that. The Zhengchang branch of China's financial regulator put a stop to it, asked local banks to refrain from offering non-compliant perks to attract deposits because the practice of offering customers gifts, which sometimes over there includes rice, which is hilarious, small home appliances, and online memberships, it will increase the costs at banks and hurt their profit margins. They don't want a bailout situation, I guess, over there. So
right. So they're not. Yeah. The CCP is like, we're not paying for these Labubu dolls. You fucking idiots.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are wasting all your money on these Labubu dolls, and then you're going to come to us and want to bail out because your interest rates suck. Because
they also don't want a ton of new people that are only there for the Labubu dolls to put in their money and then pull it out at the same time.
Right, exactly. So I guess the margins are at a record low over there. Just to get to some actual numbers, China's central bank cut interest rates last month for the first time since October because of the trade war and the tariffs, which is really hurting them. So they are literally resorting to Labubu dolls at banks because the tariffs are fucking them in the ass so hard.
You know what? You know what would work here? Sydney Sweeney soap.
Oh man.
Yeah, that would get you in a bank account real quick.
Yeah.
Remember in Bowling for Columbine, Michael Moore went in and got the shotgun when he opened an account?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. guns and Sydney Sweeney soap. You will get a few accounts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, plus if they had
mules will be lined up around the corner.
Yeah. They got to get like a Stanley Cup craze going again.
For the women, like the Stanley Cups. Yeah.
Anyway. That's it. That's all Labubu dolls. If you see one, buy one because you can probably sell it to a Chinaman.
We won't. We just will learn about it and not profit off of it.
Yeah,
right. We'll just see other Americans that make millions.
We forgot about it.
Well, we thought about it at least. You know, it was in the It was in the Rolodex. Let's move it over to Europe from China for some politics. And I got a great headline for everybody. And here it is. I'm just going to dive straight in. The headline is German politician strips naked, calls on open-minded citizens to join him on swingers trip to France. So that
this
right
guy's
there,
a politician?
He is a city councilman and a counselor, a 33-year-old city councilor in Mannheim, Germany. That's Julian Ferrat.
He kind of looks like, was it Bobak, who's the 7-foot tall senator?
Yeah. Yeah,
he's kind of got a little bit of giganticism to his facial features.
A shrunken Bobak. Yeah, Bobak. And he also kind of looks like he also kind of looks like Gus Ferrat, same last name. It's spelled
like
different.
Gus Ferrat and that Bobak guy had a kid.
Yeah. But Julian Ferrat, that's him, 33 years old, city councilor in Mannheim, Germany. He said an 8-day trip to the swinger hotspot. 8 days. It's an 8-day trip to the swinger hotspot Cap d'Agde in southern France. Okay, so that's Cap d'Agde. I'm showing you guys. You describe it.
Looks beautiful. It's like a a coastal European. It looks like Italy.
Amalfi Coast kind of. It looks exactly like where you want to take a bunch of naked chicks.
Yeah.
It's on the French Riviera. Nudists, swingers, they love it. Okay, they're all over Cap d'Agde.
There's a bay with yachts in it. Yeah.
So many yachts in southern France. And so he's going there, and he's meant to investigate how it became a global hub for nudists and sex tourism, and how that model could help boost the local economy in Mannheim, Germany. And
not as sexy. It's like it's a similar kind of like watery landscape, but it looks like
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, like a Pittsburgh version of it.
Yeah.
It's the Pittsburgh of Germany. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, when looking at the two locations, it's fairly clear why nudists and swingers prefer the beautiful sunny beach of Cap d'Agde, southern France, to the
Really no
murky
comparison.
riverbanks
Yeah.
of Mannheim, Germany. Yeah, but Julien Ferrat is undeterred. He says, the naturist village in Cap d'Agde is considered a mecca for nudists and swingers, he said, adding that it would not have existed without government support to make Cap d'Agde the swinger paradise that it is. Ferrat invited, quote, curious and open-minded citizens, as I said at the top, to
Mostly
join him.
chicks, though.
He wants mostly chicks, I would
Mostly
assume.
chicks.
He didn't clarify, but he wants him to join him and take a part in a training camp. They need to go to a training camp beforehand to ensure that no one goes in unprepared.
Yeah,
So
you've passed. Yeah, you're good.
The training camp is in my basement. Come
Yeah.
over.
You fell.
Oh, Wes, you would think so. But no, he's actually trying to prepare people for the trip. The camp includes outdoor sex in Mannheim, Germany,
There you go.
on the Freisenheimer Incel, the riverbanks right there. They're just going to fuck right there on the
This
riverbanks.
guy's
gross.
still in office.
They're gonna get trash in their vaginas.
Yeah, in Mannheim. Yeah, and he's still in office, and it will exclude the media to protect the privacy of the camp goers. And this is what he said about his preparation camp. He said, quote, having sex in your own bedroom is different from on the beach with a group of masturbating men like in Cap d'Agde.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
different.
So-
Yeah. Where's the beach?
There's no beach.
Where's the beach?
Well, they're going to be on the riverbank.
He means
sure.
the, yeah, he
simulate.
means the bank.
In the
To
debris.
they're going to simulate the beach on the riverbank.
It's gonna be freezing.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a group of masturbating men right around.
Well, that'll
like
yeah,
Cap d'Agde.
exactly the
Watch the
same.
metal shards. Doesn't he look kind of like Boban?
Yeah,
Oh
definitely.
yeah.
Look at the hands.
Oh,
of
yeah.
that freak.
Boban and Gus Ferrat have a baby, and it's this guy, Julien Ferrat. So he plans to meet with tourism officials and local business owners during the trip to Cap d'Agde, southern France, which has drawn interest from up to 75 people,
74
22
men.
most likely, 22 of whom, including 14 men and all 8 women that applied, have confirmed attendance.
Mhm.
So,
So
and
23
of course,
men and 8 women so far. 15 men and 8 women so far because he's a man.
He sounds
Yeah.
like he's putting out like a cult, he's testing out if he can start a cult.
Yeah,
it's
Pretty-
he's
openly.
Yeah.
he's getting really one tasty with it. Yeah. Some politicians have called the project, quote, embarrassing and
Insane.
idiotic. Yeah. But Ferrat responded with this. He says, quote, nobody is forced to go there. Anyone who is bothered by it can simply put down the article.
Yeah.
So,
If you don't like it, stay away from the beach.
Yeah.
No beaches, bud.
the Pittsburgh, Mannheim city administration declined to comment, citing neutrality rules. And it's not the first time Ferrat has gone nude in public. Last year, he published a similar photo of himself in their local paper, the Official Gazette, with simply his hands covering his jennies last year. So
Nice.
this year he's going sign over jennies and come to my swingers trip. Germany has very lax public nudity and sex laws, as you can tell, because they can
Yes.
legally fuck on the riverbank in Mannheim.
Yeah.
And Julian just wants to bring that southern France swinger energy to Western Germany, but it's an uphill battle because it's literally trying to take it from Florida to Pittsburgh, and that's
Yeah, everyone's. My cousin married a German man, and she explained that when she went to his house in the summertime for the first time, that everyone was naked. Dad, mom, sister, everyone was just naked.
Well, we covered so many stories during COVID. You could smell the STDs in Mannheim.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They
he just
went
wants.
nuts during COVID.
It's unfortunate. It's just Germans, though. He wants other people than Germans to see them as a sex destination. So,
Right.
Oh yeah.
I think everyone knows. It's like Tulsi Gabbard with the nukes. We know Germany.
right. It's just nobody wants to go to Mannheim, dude. Like,
Right.
there's so many prettier cities in Germany that you could probably fuck in public too.
And also
Um,
into weird sex shit. All of them.
We'll be
Yeah,
under
also
the
you could
bridge.
Travel to next door France, right? The place
Right.
you're going to go study to see why it's so good at it. Following up on one taste, though, the story from yesterday about the sex cult / business that was like really fucked up. The Netflix doc Orgasm Inc., the story of one taste, worth the watch because they really abused some of those staff really badly. Plus, there's a lot of fingering advice in there. It's like 80% fingering advice. But
Don't
then
need any of that.
the last 20%, you can really see why they got the guilty charges. So
Got that down, Pat.
Got that down.
that's good for you guys. But I'm telling
I
you,
think I wrote
go,
that scene, but-
they go through. There's several scenes. They go through a litany of approaches. It's interesting. But then that's the first 80%. The last 80% again, just to basically a rundown of why they got the guilty charges. Yeah. Just if you don't want to be sad at the end, you can just stop watching after they move on to the horrible part. But
I'll check it out.
You can see, and they released it in 2022. So even before the FBI charges were filed, it was pretty crazy.
Here, check it out. I think I found the cabinet that might have fallen on her.
The wine storage cabinet.
That's the only one that I could find.
Weight on it?
Yeah, 165 pounds.
Oh, it's because that's what a husband weighed. He was like, "I'm about the same weight as this."
Yeah,
I'm following you. Yeah.
I don't see how that could have given her those types of injuries, but we'll see.
Yeah,
see what happens, especially when she pushed it back. But of course, I'm just biased towards Costco.
She might have just. I mean, it came out the same day that Costco embarrassed half of their members. It's
trying to get one back.
I understand why she dropped it. I mean, I'm rooting for her.
Send a message.
Yeah.
Her gold card membership is the first page of the lawsuit, just a photocopy of it. All right. Well, that's the show. Thank you for listening. Remember, go to patreon.com/hard factor if you need more episodes, 3 weekly bonus podcasts, plus Discord chat access with the host. We're in there all the time. Plus access to trivia next Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. That is June 20th, Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, with a trivia throwdown online. Mike Wade, he's going to be giving us the online trivia as always. It's fantastic.
Best.
So fun. Come play with us. And most importantly, get out there and have yourselves a great fucking day.
The cream of the crop!